Jimmy Ray Dean was an American country music singer, television host, actor and businessman. Although he may be best known today as the creator of the Jimmy Dean sausage brand, he became a national television personality starting on CBS in 1957. He rose to fame for his 1961 country crossover hit, Big Bad John, and his 1963 ABC television series, The Jimmy Dean Show, which also gave puppeteer Jim Henson his first national media exposure. His acting career included a supporting role as Willard White in the 1971 James Bond movie, Diamonds Are Forever. He lived near Richmond, Virginia, and was nominated for the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2010, although he was formally inducted posthumously. Biography. He attributed his interest in music to the Seth Ward Baptist Church. He dropped out of high school and became a professional entertainer after serving in the United States Air Force in the late 1940s. Dean was 22 and just starting in show business when he married his first wife Mary Sue in 1950. Entertainment career. Dean had his first hit, Bummin' Around, in 1953 on the Four Star label. He signed with Columbia Records in 1957. He had minor pop hits, such as Little Sandy Slyfoot and Sing Along, later used as the theme for TV's Sing Along with Mitch. In 1954, Dean hosted the popular Washington, D.C. radio program Town and Country Time on WARL-AM, and with his Texas Wildcats became popular in the Mid-Atlantic region. Patsy Cline and Roy Clark got their starts on the show. Although Cline and Dean became good friends, Clark was eventually fired by the singer for what was explained as his chronic tardiness. Dean replaced Clark with Billy Grammer. In 1955, Town and Country Time moved to WMAL-TV on weekday afternoons. Dean and the Texas Wildcats also appeared during 1957 on Town and Country Jamboree on WMAL-TV on Saturdays from 10:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. ET, which was also carried by TV stations in Maryland and Virginia on a regional network. Also during 1957, while he lived in Arlington, Virginia, Dean hosted Country Style on WTOP-TV, the local Washington, D.C. affiliate for CBS on weekday mornings. CBS picked up the show nationally from Washington for 8 months in 1957 under the name of The Morning Show. Then from September 14, 1958 to June 1959, CBS carried The Jimmy Dean Show on weekday and Saturday afternoons. Dean became best known for his 1961 recitation song about a heroic miner, Big Bad John. Recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, the record went to number 1 on the Billboard pop chart and inspired many imitations and parodies. It sold over 1 million copies, and was awarded a gold disc. The track peaked at No. 2 in the UK singles chart. The song won Dean the 1962 Grammy Award for Best Country and Western Recording. He had several more top 40 songs, including a top 10 in 1962 with PT 109, a song in honor of John F. Kennedy's bravery in World War II. In the early 1960s, he hosted The Tonight Show on occasion and one night introduced Roy Clark, with whom he had remained friendly. In the mid-60s, Dean helped bring country music into the mainstream with his 1963-66 ABC TV variety series, The Jimmy Dean Show. It presented country music entertainers including Roger Miller, George Jones, Charlie Rich, Buck Owens and some, like Joe Mathis, who seldom received network exposure. The program also featured comedy and a variety of popular music artists, and Ian's sketches with one of Jim Henson's Muppets, Rolf the Dog. Henson was so grateful for this break that he offered Dean a 40% interest in his production company. But Dean declined on the basis that he did nothing to truly earn it and Henson deserved all the rewards for his own work. Dean appeared on several TV talk shows and game shows in the 1960s and performed on variety programs including The Ed Sullivan Show, the Pat Boone Chevy Showroom, and the Hollywood Palace. Dean turned to acting after his TV show ended in 1966. His best-known role was as reclusive Las Vegas billionaire Willard White in the 1971 James Bond movie, Diamonds Are Forever. He also appeared in 14 episodes of Daniel Boone in 3 different roles and as Charlie Rowlands in 2 Fantasy Island episodes, as well as on other TV shows including a semi-regular role as Charlie Bullets on J.J. Starbuck starring Dale Robertson. Dean's singing career remained strong into the mid-1960s. In 1965, he achieved a second #1 country hit with the ballad, The First Thing Every Morning, and he had a top 40 hit that year with Harvest of Sunshine. In 1966, Dean signed with RCA Records and immediately had a top 10 hit with Stand Beside Me. His other major hits during this time included Sweet Misery and A Thing Called Love. He continued charting into the early 1970s with his major hits including a duet with Dottie West, Slowly, and a solo hit with The One You Say Good Morning To. In 1976, Dean achieved a million seller with another recitation song called IOU, a tribute to his mother and mothers everywhere. The song was released a few weeks before Mother's Day and quickly became a top 10 country hit, his first in a decade, and a top 40 pop hit, his first in 14 years. The song was re-released in 1977, 1983 and 1984, but with minor success each time. In January 1978, Dean hosted an all-star tribute to Elvis Presley that was broadcast on NBC titled Nashville Remembers Elvis on his birthday, during which he reminisced about his friendship with the recently deceased singer and performed his own hit, Big Bad John, along with a song associated with Elvis, Peace in the Valley. Business career. In 1969, he founded the Jimmy Dean Sausage Company with his brother Don. The company did well, in part because of Dean's own extemporized, humorous commercials. Its success led to its acquisition in 1984 by Consolidated Foods, later renamed the Sara Lee Corporation. Dean remained involved as spokesperson for the company, but the new corporate parent immediately began phasing him out of any management duties. In January 2004, Dean said that Sara Lee had dropped him as the spokesman for the sausage brand because he was too old. Later years and death. In the 1980s, he and his wife and family were residents of Tenafly, New Jersey. A Virginia resident since 1990, Dean was inducted into the Virginia Country Music Hall of Fame in 1997. Former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore appointed Dean to the Virginia Board of Game and Inland Fisheries, which oversees the state's wildlife efforts and boating laws. In the fall of 2004, he released his blunt, straight-talking autobiography 30 Years of Sausage, 50 Years of Ham. Dean lived in semi-retirement with second wife, Donna Meade Dean, a singer, songwriter, and recording artist he married in 1991, who helped him write his book. The couple lived on their property at Chaffin's Bluff overlooking the James River in Henrico County, on the outskirts of Richmond, Virginia. On April 20, 2009, the main house was largely gutted by a fire, although the Deans escaped injury. The Deans rebuilt their home on the same foundation and returned early in 2010. Dean, who dropped out of high school in 1946 to work and help his mother, announced on May 20, 2008, a donation of $1 million to Wayland Baptist University in Plainview, the largest gift ever from one individual to the institution. Dean said, "I've been so blessed, and it makes me proud to give back, especially to my hometown." On February 23, 2010, Dean was nominated for the Country Music Hall of Fame. He was scheduled to be inducted in October 2010, but this occurred after his death. Dean had 3 children, Gary, Connie, and Robert, with his first wife Mary Sue Dean, and 2 granddaughters, Caroline Taylor and Brianna Dean. Dean died at the age of 81, on June 13, 2010, at his Red Roof Inn in Verena, Virginia. He was survived by his second wife Donna. He was entombed in a 9-foot-tall piano-shaped mausoleum overlooking the James River on the grounds of his estate. His epitaph reads, "Here lies one hell of a man," which is a paraphrased lyric from his uncensored version of the song, Big Bad John. On June 24, 2014, a groundbreaking was held for the Jimmy Dean Museum, which will become part of the museum and grounds at Wayland Baptist University in his hometown of Plainview, Texas. Dean's widow, Donna Dean Stevens, was present for the ceremony. The museum will house much of Jimmy Dean's memorabilia as well as a larger-than-life-size bronze created by Richmond sculptor Paul DePasquale, funded by Hilscher Brands, owner of the Jimmy Dean sausage brand. Completion of the museum, which is funded by a gift from the Dean Family Foundation, is expected in May 2016. Filmography: Diamonds Are Forever as Willard White, Big Bad John as Cletus Morgan. Television: Daniel Boone episode, Dello Jones as Dello Jones, and 15 other episodes as Jeremiah and as Josh Clements. The Ballad of Andy Crocker TV movie as Mac. Rolling Man TV movie as Lyman Hawks. The City TV movie as Wes Collins. Fantasy Island episode, Funny Man, Tattoo, The Matchmaker, as Bo Gillette, and episode, Man Beast, Ole Island O Prey, as Charlie Rowlands. JJ. Starbuck 9 episodes as Charlie Bullets. Murder, She Wrote episode, Ballad for a Blue Lady, as Bobby Diamond. Discography: